Sonic the Hedgehog. You probably know the fast blue bloke who has died and traveled through time through the past and future.
But Sonic right now is in his modern age. So, what was Sonic before his so-called modern age? In the 1980s, Sega, the creators of Sonic the Hedgehog, were being down in the dumps. The Master System wasn't a hit in the console industry, and Nintendo's console, the NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment System, was crushing all consoles worldwide with the famous Super Mario Bros. Later came the Genesis, or the Mega Drive in Japan or Europe. 16 bits of pixels for a 2 or 4 gigabyte game. Then in 1990, Sega told people to make the company a mascot to compete with the Red Plumber himself. They came up with Mr. Needle Mouse, or Sonic the Hedgehog. When he debuted in his own game, it was a classic hit. Sonic 1 had sold 2.8 million copies by the end of March of 1992. Surely there were going to be sequels and re-releases in the future. Oh, speaking of sequels. Sonic 3. It's a bit weird. Sonic 3 introduced Knuckles, so I guess that's an improvement, I guess. Angel Island is literally just a jungle version of Green Hill Zone, and I can see that because Emerald Hill Zone from Sonic 2 is the same thing, except on a different island, I guess.
And different color belly.
Yeah, the Blue Spheres game that's also playing in the background. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but at least they were trying to go for the 3D in it. The title screen's 3D. Almost like half or maybe quarter of the game is 3D or something like that. Okay, so Angel Island. It's literally a reskin of Green Hill. It's a reskin of Green Hill. So the next zone, Hydrocity. I'm going to cause a war because of this. Okay, I'll just Hydrocity and Hydro City. You're welcome. Okay, so it's literally an underwater level. It's basically Labyrinth, but I guess better. Number 3 is Marble Garden. That one sucks. Hold up, this will be a thinking moment. Oh wait, no, I remember. I think I remember. Okay, Carnival Night Zone. I believe it was Carnival Night Zone. You can say Elpis ratio if I got it incorrect. No, not Marble Garden Zone. I am sorry. I'm just gonna. I totally love making mistakes. Okay, I'm just gonna say the Carnival one because I forgot it again. Okay, so the Carnival one, or whatever it was, Carnival Night Zone, I'm stupid. Carnival Night Zone. It's kind of weird. Makes your eyes go cuckoo crazy for Cuckoo Puffs. Yeah, it's basically epilepsy alerts. Ice Cap Zone, everything's almost perfect. Almost everything about it is perfect. Everything except for one thing, just one tiny detail. Yeah, just one tiny detail. It's like one tiny detail. It's that underwater part in Act 2. Not that it's not like fully underwater, but like if you accidentally take a step incorrectly, you're going underwater. It's kind of worse with Supersonic when you get all the Chaos Emeralds. But overall, the zone for Ice Cap is very good. Okay, the final zone, not called Final Zone. It's called Another Thinking. Launch Base Zone, Launch Base Zone. Launch Base Zone is, Launch Base Zone. Yeah, it's, I don't really like it. It's kind of got the level of Marble Garden, except kind of better. Marble Garden's the worst. Yeah. So, Launch Base Zone. It really makes you want to use the Insta Shield. Oh, you don't know what an Insta Shield is? Well, I'll explain it to you for my non-Sonic fans. And the Genesis and the Mega Drive and all the others. So, but this is the review part. Okay, so special stage. 3D, except the controls. The bonus, I keep on getting the casino one, help me.
I keep on getting the casino one, please help me.
Playable characters. It's just Sonic and Tails, or Sonic or Tails alone. Yeah. I don't really care about the Act 2s. What about all the bosses? I forgot about them. So, the bosses. Angel Island, very easy. We're doing like Act 2 bosses. Hydrocity or Hydro City. It's not that good. Well, the Act 1 is better. Act 3.
All of them suck.
Act 4. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Act. Okay. Marble Garden.
That one sucks.
Carnival Night Zone. If you use the Insta Shield, it's better, I guess. Ice Cap Zone, very easy. Very easy. Launch Base Zone. So technically it's 3, so I'm gonna have to do 2. But yeah, I'm gonna do 2. Okay, so hear me out. The first or final boss is, I guess, okay. But then Big Arms, which is the final boss, it's good. It kind of gets your adrenaline going, like you finally realize it's the final boss and you're ready for everything you practiced through the entire game. And that's kind of why I like it. Just like the adrenaline just picks up in Doomsday Zone. But we're getting close to that. We are going to Doomsday Zone. While Sonic 3 was supposed to be a full game, which technically now it is, we gotta talk about another game that was split from Sonic 3 to become Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What's the game I'm talking about? I'm glad you asked, because what's the name? Well, here it is, because I'm introducing to you, if you haven't heard about this, and I don't really care if you already heard about this, Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles! The part 2 of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So, it's half of the entire game of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What do you expect? But, yeah, we're doing the same thing as we did with Sonic 3. And no Knuckles. Very sorry. and Knuckles. So, Mushroom Hill Zone, Angel Island, except replace everything with Mushroom. And seasons. In Act 2, Act 2 has seasons like winter, fall. I don't believe there's a summer, but I believe it's spring on Mushroom Hill when you enter it. Yeah, that's basically all I had to say for the first act of Sonic and Knuckles. What's next on my list? Flying Battery Zone. It's not shaped like a battery, that's for sure. Basically one of the best and one of the worst zones. And it's basically kind of better and better worse in Mania. And no, we are not talking about Mania. I will probably do a video on Mania, but just not right now. What's next on the list? And Sonic, what the heck are you doing in this? But what's actually the next on the list? Oh no. No. Am I really gonna have to do this? I guess I have to. Sandopolis. $10 minutes for Act 2. Heck, maybe 10 minutes or 7 minutes in Act 1. So basically, do not play this. Get a skill issue mod in Sonic 3 Air and just skip the entire zone. You don't have to play with the skill issue mod. I need that mod, but I played it anyway. I hate myself for playing it. Okay, what's next on my list? This is basically from memory. I'll do an editor's note if I get another zone remembered. So, Lava Reef Zone. Basically, you're on life support. You're on life support if you're playing on Lava Reef. In Lava Reef Act 2, because you need a fire shield or maybe an electricity shield. Because electricity gives you rings from areas like close to you. And the fire shield, I don't need to explain the fire shield. Well, I'm gonna explain the fire shield. But the fire shield, it literally does not make you burn from like anything fire related or something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Hidden Palace Zone because that's basically a boss fight. Hidden Palace Zone is a boss fight. It's literally just one act. One act for it's just one act. It's just one act. Just one singular act for Hidden Palace Zone. So, I'm not talking about the Sonic 2 Hidden Palace Zone, because duh. But I will probably do a one for Sonic 2. Okay, so the next zone. The music that's playing right now. The music that's playing right now. It's that zone. Sky Sanctuary. You probably saw it on the now listening. You probably saw that. Although, now listening, you could see of the zone. It said on the little thing, it said Sky Sanctuary. Okay, I'm going back to whatever I originally was talking about. So, Sky Sanctuary. It's also like Hidden Palace Zone, except you technically get to play 3 bosses. Not gonna lie, I think that's actually pretty cool. 3 bosses in 1 act, that's amazing actually. Gets at the difficulty. Also, you get to introduce to Mecha Sonic Mark II. Yes, there are Mark IIs. I'm not gonna explain every single one, but I might at the end of the video. Okay, so after that's Death Egg Zone. I don't know if Doomsday Zone's actually in Sonic 3 and... Oh, not Sonic 3 and Knuckles. In Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, I don't know if there is Doomsday Zone. Someone probably remind me. I am not going to do an editor's note for that. But... I think it is. But... yeah. Death Egg Zone. They really... It's basically like Launch Space Zone. Because it's basically Launch Space Zone Part 2. But, yeah, Death Egg Zone. It's, it really, I'm so sorry for this. So the Death Egg Zone, it is basically a harder version of Launch Space Zone. That's what I'm gonna say. It's a harder version of Launch Space Zone. Also, the bonus stages, yeah, they're basically here again, but they're the same thing. They're the same exact thing. But yeah, I don't know what to say else. Oh yeah, in this game, you only get Sonic and Knuckles. So, I guess Tails is dead except for a few cutscenes. Oh, bye-bye Tails. Let's take a moment to mourn Tails for his death. Okay, that's it, the video. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say for Sonic and Knuckles. If you have all the, Chaos Emeralds are back. So, I guess that's a thing. Oh yeah, the bosses, I forgot. So basically, Mushroom Hill, very easy. Except I kept on dying on Act 2. It's like, it's the first boss, how could I die on the first act? Anyways, Act 2, which is, Act 2 is... It is... So, I forgot. Oh, I'm so stupid, it's Flying Battery Zone. Act 1. Get on the head. Punch himself. Gone. Act 2 is a little harder. You can't do the same thing, but it's, I guess, good. I guess it's good. The next zone, Sandopolis. Every single boss sucks. I would really recommend for... So basically, Act 1 of Lava Reef Zone, you are going to mostly try and get it on the wood. I would recommend getting it on the wood. Wait a minute, no, I'm so wrong. I was thinking of Mania. I am so sorry. Act 1, hand, break his fingies. Fingies, yes, I said fingies. I don't care, I'm not editing this. Well, yes, I am editing this, but I'm not editing that part. But, break the fingies, and then the next boss, try and get the fire shield at, like, the midsection before the boss. Try and get that. And you're basically God if you'll basically get a 100% if you do Supersonic in another form that we'll talk about later, or like a mini section of Knuckles, Sonic 3. Why did I say it that way? But yeah, you're basically God. And next boss. What do I have to say? It's Knuckles. The next boss. I'm not gonna count the Eggman, like mid Eggman thing. Not gonna count that because why not? Because it's one act. So the next one's every single one of them. Guess what? It's your favorite robot again.
It is Mecha-Sonic Mark II again.
Next boss, it's basically kind of like, basically time it correctly, and I'm talking about Death Egg. The final boss. Do not mess up once, or else you're screwed. Because you'll get absolutely no rings if you die. So basically, time it correctly, and if you don't, well, you're screwed. Then, if you, hold on a minute. Wait a minute, no.
Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, drive fancy cars. Everybody wanna be a superstar. Get a lot of money, might not see tomorrow. Everybody wanna be a superstar.
Okay, if you actually thought that I was going to end the video, you should have seen the time. Yeah, I was going to do the extras area, and I'm going to do that, I guess. So, I forgot a part. So, turns out, in Sonic and Knuckles, I don't know if I forgot about this, but Tails is gone for like the entire game. So, I guess Tails is dead. Except for a few cutscenes. It might as well still mourn, like for a few seconds.
Everybody wanna be
Okay, back to the video.
So, if you add your Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles together, you'll get Sonic 3 and Knuckles to be, and it's called one of the best Sonic games in history. Probably because if you actually go to Mushroom Hill Zone, Knuckles gets an animation where you get to get like these like the Master Emerald and all that. Hidden Palace Zone. Yeah, there's these gigantic emeralds if you have all of them. But like the gigantic emeralds, they're super emeralds. If you get all of them, you have to go through the blue sphere stages. If you get all the super emeralds, you'll get Hypersonic. Oh yeah, editor's note. I realize that you can't do Doomsday Zone in Sonic and Knuckles. And that's basically all I actually have to say. Cue the intro. Oh, I'm sorry. I said intro? Oh, I'm sorry. Cue the outro, and bye-bye.
Oh no! Our table! It's broken! Well, the table.
Oh yeah, editor's note, I forgot to explain all this stuff. So, this will be, very more longer. This is actually future me after I exported the video, like a few weeks ago. So the Genesis, known as the Mega Drive outside of America, is the 16-bit 4th generation home video game console developed by and sold by Sega. It was Sega's third console and the successor to the Master System. That's all I'm gonna give for that. I will do another recording of the Insta-Shield. Okay, this is another recording. Sonic 3 Insta-Shield, it basically made you God before, like, a Supersonic. So you basically just double tap, like, when you're mid-air to make the Insta-Shield happen if you have a shield, like the Elemental Shields and all that. You would, get special abilities, but you would not get the Insta-Shield, you would get, like special abilities. Like, the water one makes you go on, like, they make you breathe on the water, like a bounce thing. Fire makes you upgradable to fire. And basically, that's basically I'm really going to all say. Okay, let's actually do the outro. Yep. I guess this is over. Bye.